because they don't want to break a potato and try to put candy or toys in there.
Well, that's it. That probably wouldn't work. What would you say?
Because the Easter Bunny, what did he say again?
Why does the Easter Bunny bring eggs?
Because
Not potatoes or beets or carrots.
because he's not the carrot. Because he's not a bunny that gives you lots of food. It gives you less candy than eggs and stuff.
You know what? I'm going to tell you why. Because everybody's got a different idea. A really long time ago, there was the goddess of spring, and her name was Esther. And she would have a party every year in the springtime when she felt that new life was beginning. You know how we have all the blossoms on the trees at this time of the year? The tulips begin to come up out of the ground. I bet you've all got something near where you live that's just all of a sudden come to life at springtime, right? We all do. And little animals are usually born, on the farms, the animals are born in the spring, so they'll have all spring and all summer to get really strong before the winter time comes. So the goddess of Esther had a big party every year to celebrate what she called the beginning of the year. Not our New Year's like we know it, but this was her beginning of the year because it's the beginning of life. So she chose the egg to represent the beginning of life and a new beginning. Now, why did she choose the egg, do you think?
Because that's more like Easter.
Because there's new life in this egg, right? What's inside a regular egg?
Just eggs.
When I go to fry an egg for you in the morning, what's in there?
Yolk.
A yolk. Now suppose I didn't get that egg, and the mommy hen kept that egg, and she kept it underneath her, and she sat on it for a few weeks. Then what's going to happen?
There's going to be a chick.
There's going to be a baby chicken inside that egg. So the egg represents a new little life starting, if it gets a chance, right? Now the eggs find their way to our breakfast table. So a long time ago, and then many, many, many years later, a man named Jesus Christ was born. And he died, he was killed, we all see that, up on the cross. And a few days later, he was born again. And that happened in the springtime also. And by that time, there were an awful lot of people who called themselves Christians, Christ for Christ, who believed in him. And so they celebrated his new life, and that comes at Easter time, like originally for Esther. And therefore, how do we celebrate Christ at Easter time?
I know a ballet girl named Esther.
Good.
I heard about that man that died in one of my Christmas books.
Yeah, true.
I know how Jesus died.
And but we're more concerned with how he was born again, because that's what stands for the little egg. And that's why we give the eggs at Easter time, because it's new life.
He died because people got scared of him and they killed him.
A long time ago, I started collecting eggs, just because I think they're so cool. And you wouldn't believe how many different kinds of eggs. And I gotta kind of pass them around in a hurry because we have a lot. Look what somebody did here. They put a pine cone in an egg shape. Now, Lisa, you take that, and after you've handled it, you pass it around, please.
My dad made some of these.
Well, they're going to see those. So that's an egg out of plastic with a pine cone in it. And here's an egg out of something called soapstone. It's kind of a soft soap stone that people can carve on. Here's an egg that actually opens up, but you don't need to bother opening. I'm just going to demonstrate so the rest of you don't need to. It unscrews like this. Has a little something in here that I'm trying to remember to read. And a friend of mine was into what they call decoupage. She's gluing pictures on the front. And then,
Where did they get these?
and this one looks rather like the eggs from the Ukraine. All the different people all over the world have different things that they do with their eggs. In Eastern Europe, they can spend all year painting their eggs to decorate and use at Easter time. Here's one made out of clay that Lucy's Uncle Chad made in school once. He made it out of clay and he painted it and he scratched his name on there, Chad. I also like snails, and here's an egg that somebody made for me and painted a picture of a snail on it. I'm going to just pile these up right here, okay? This one, we go to the beach a lot. What do you think this one's covered with? No? Abalone shell.
Abalone
Isn't that neat? And somebody gave me this. This looks like an egg, but it's really a pine cone. That's right. This egg comes from Russia, and
Looks like somebody really has something they want to say.
yes, that has been up forever. Yes.
I know how Jesus died. Someone didn't believe in him, that men didn't believe in him, that he was the person who is the Son of God, but he really was, so they nailed him to the cross. Then he died, then he came back to life.
And that's what we're concerned with, him coming back to life. This is just an egg-shaped rock that my husband and I picked up at the beach last year, and we kept it because we liked the way it looked, yes?
You know, I know how Jesus died. He died a lot of times.
I think that could be true. This is an egg from Alaska, and they've carved fish on it because they have a lot of fish up there. And this little egg is the part when you get candied eggs at Easter time. They used to have these chocolate eggs, and this is a mold where you pour the chocolate in there, and then when you take it out, it'll have the picture of the little chickens on the front. Now, Lucy has a daddy that's a very clever man. And a long time ago, he used to do metal sculpting. You know what I mean by that? Making statues out of metal. And he made these eggs for his mother. They're very heavy, so you have to be very careful of them. Well, kind of heavy. And when he was in junior high school, he took a woodworking class, and guess what this used to be? This started out as not an egg.
Wood.
Something wooden, something long.
Oh, a tree.
After the tree, it was carved into something long, and you swing it.
Wood.
You swing it, and you hit a little white ball with it.
A bat.
You got it. It was a baseball bat, and Lucy's daddy carved it into an Easter egg for me. Isn't that neat?
Cool.
And then they make them out of all different kinds and shapes and colors of marble. That can just go on and on and on and on.
This one's Mommy candy.
And then they also make them out of sort of semi-precious things. This little one's called malachite. I love it. It's got all these wonderful green marks on it. And this is a crystal egg. And this is one of my favorites. I bought this egg in China on the Yangtze River. And when it's in water, it turns sort of blue, but it's a moonstone that they get right on the side of the river, and they grind it into the egg shape.
Try not to break them.
Yes, do try not to break them. They've come a long way. This is a friend brought me from Brazil, and it's called anthracite, and it has grass that's been caught inside there. Now, remember we talked about the mommy hens sitting on the nest? Sometimes mommy hens don't get the idea of what they're supposed to do, lay eggs and sit on them. So in the old days, if you had a hen that was a little bit dumb, the farmer would have a whole bunch of these glass eggs, and he'd put them under a hen to give her the idea that she's supposed to sit on those.
This one looks like a light bulb.
And if you travel to India, you'll see a thing they do there with paints and enamels, and they put scenes and flowers on eggs in that country.
What about China?
I didn't see that being done in China. And this is called tiger's eye. This is a really cool rock that's found in the ground. And this little egg, this egg comes from India. It has holes in it, and there's something that smells really good in there. When you pass it around, you take a sniff. Nice. You know, I take it back. Who said about an egg from China?
This is a light.
This egg came from China, and they put metal, they glue little strips of metal to the membrane.
Like, fill up my nose.
And this egg's made of jade. Jade is dark green. It usually is used for jewelry. My rings are made out of jade.
I know, and jade is a little bit heavy.
Uh-huh.
And Jake is
Here's an egg. If I wanted to, I could put a little salt in here and shake it out on my food.
What do you mean? This
Lucy.
so good.
That looks like a light when you do it on Christmas.
It looks like some salt.
But there's none in there, really. And this is an egg with a, yes.
I made potpourri out of all my plants at home, and I put it into a very nice egg.
Into an egg. And what did you do with it?
First I put all the yolk out of it, and then I just cut it in half, and then I glued it.
Where is it now? Where's your potpourri egg now? Your mom's here. See, boys, see this egg right here? I don't think this happened. Two different colors
That
of
looks
wood.
like chess.
You know what they did? They took a bunch of little sticks, yellow sticks and brown sticks, and glued them together, and then they carved it, so they made this design. It's one of my favorites.
That looks like a chess egg.
Sort of.
It looks like a chessboard egg.
And this egg is a really special egg. Do you remember what this egg is? This egg is just a plain brown egg. But this is the egg that all the time Lucy's daddy and her uncles were growing up. This was the egg that we hid someplace. I hid this. And if you found this egg, you got a quarter?
Got $1.
Or you got a dollar bill if you found this egg. And you know what? I still hide it. And you know what? Lucy's daddy and his brothers still look all over the house for it. And you know what else?
Big competition.
They try and take it if they find it. And keep it so I can't get it back. We've had a lot of problems with this egg lately at Easter.
I don't think that's really quite for
That's
children.
exactly how it works. Whoever finds it, it's a big prize.
Oh, I know that.
And here's just another egg that somebody found at the beach, and we thought maybe something at the beach laid that egg, but I think it just kind of grew
That
there.
looks like shell.
Here's another egg from China with the flowers stuck in with the metal.
It looks like this is
This egg came from Israel, and somebody brought it to me for a Christmas present one year. This egg is from Mexico. It's just clay, but they've carved some design in it.
What else is
Candles, you're holding upside down. And I like this one. It has a mommy goat and a daddy goat.
Hey,
You
guess
notice the
what?
daddy
I
goat
have
has
a
great
prize. Thank you.
Gotta keep passing
What
it.
is this thing?
It's from Mexico. Then these eggs open up, and I ask you please not to unscrew them, just to look at them. This has little rabbits all over it.
Teddy.
This has a little couple on it.
This one's blonde. This
This one has a peacock.
one
I really like this one. Look how it's carved. It's made out of glass. Somebody's done that in a very fancy way. Please do not open the eggs, the ones that are supposed to be. Try not to open them, okay? And there's nothing too exciting. Oh, remember the egg I showed you that the farmer put under the hen? Well, if he couldn't afford to buy those glass eggs, then he would carve them out of wood. And you know what they used them for also? He stuck them under the hen, but his wife would use them to put in a sock so she could sew up the holes in a sock. And this is the last egg I'm going to pass around. What thing is in here? What's
Oh,
on the
another
front?
one. I love those ones.
What's on the
Can
front?
we all do it? Can we all do it?
No, I want to just do it once so we don't all have to, because we'll be here all day. Same thing inside.
A little set this little one.
Something else.
That's littler and smaller.
Think so?
I have one of those. I shared it before.
Think so? See, this is why.
They're shaking.
Oh, what are we supposed to? Who said what's inside the egg? Somebody said that earlier.
Me.
But because it's special, they've painted a face on the backside. That fun?
Yeah.
That's it, my darlings. Nana Krako's eggshell.
Did you guys have any favorite eggs?
My favorite egg was the smelling egg.
The smelling egg.
My favorite egg was the chess egg.
My favorite egg was the chess egg.
My favorite egg was the China one.
The one from the Yangtze River? The moonstone one?
No, the China green one.
The green one? That's Lucy's brother's favorite egg. I've told him he can have that someday. That's his big favorite also. And now, there was at one time a very famous man who made beautiful egg shapes. The Russians were very big. Anybody here from Russia? Have Russian grandparents? Well,
I heard from Russian.
yeah, here, Lucy, do me a favor. You come over here. I'll pile all these back in there. And they made eggs to give, the king would give the queen an egg every Easter. Look at this. See how clever that is? And you see it opens, most of the eggs opened up. His name was Fabergé. Look, this egg opened up and there's a bouquet of flowers inside, all made out of jewels. And this egg that's on the front, when that opens up at the top, there are pictures of the royal family that are held inside the egg. Don't you think it's wonderful what an artist can do if he stops to think about it? And you,
No, if they don't have eggs instead of potato, and the ones are wrapped on the potato, you couldn't find it and you
and if you didn't find the potato after a while, not good, yes?
My favorite egg is Abby egg.
Every egg, I like to hear you say that.
My favorite egg was the chess.
Chestnut.
My favorite egg was the peacock egg because my mom had a grandpa named Grandpa Peacock.
This one?
Ah.
And the peacock is
Well, you ought to be maybe putting pictures of that on an egg for your mom sometime. I'm going to move now from Easter eggs to, somebody brought me the most gorgeous pictures that children had drawn on little white squares. Anybody you know? Do you remember doing that
Yeah, we remember.
a long time ago? The other thing I like to do is quilt. I'm a quilter. Look what we did with the pictures that you drew. Let me stand back a
Remember
little.
when Liz came in and we all drew an alphabet?
Remember that? So we put it together on a quilt.
So,
Isn't that fun?
Can you see the name?
I never did one.
right, because you weren't.
Oh, darn it.
Oh, you weren't
Yeah, you
there.
just came to school last month.
Ah, maybe next year. We might do it again. Didn't it turn out well? I have to say, Miss Peterson doesn't look a thing today like I thought she was going to look.
Too bad it wasn't crazy hair day.
Too bad it wasn't crazy hair day. So what I have here is a bamboo pole. And I'm going to put it through here like this. And we're going to figure out a way that you can hang this someplace. Oh, I don't see it. in this spot. So that you can admire it. And then I think it's next month you have
We can hang it right now above,
How about like chocolate, just sitting right
there's
here?
the middle, there are the middle
Right
things,
up.
right up above them, yes.
Yeah. I think that's good. I think it's there.
I think that's-
And then when they have the auction in May, we'll hope somebody's daddy really wants that. Now, I need to tell you one thing about the quilt. I put this little border
My
around
dad's
here.
dad. Him?
You know what this border is called? Well, what does it look like?
Blanket.
No, the little edge.
Oh, triangles.
Yes,
Spikes.
close. What about the spikes in your mouth? What do we call those? Teeth. This is called a dog tooth border. And it goes completely around the quilt, and you know what it does? It protects who's ever sleeping under the quilt. It's like it guards you. No, they used to believe in evil spirits. That keeps you safe.
No bad
The dog
dreams.
tooth border. No bad dreams under this quilt.
My bed has one of those spikes.
Yeah, I like to do that. Yes.
What about if when you're asleep and one of the spikes is under your neck?
They're very soft.
It can hurt you.
See
It
that?
just keeps the
Can't
bad
Yes.
dreams away.
Yeah.
Yes, dear.
Can we have spikes around the
Oh, you all have a chance to feel this as much as you want. What I want to do with my camera is get a picture of all of you around the quilt. And I have a little system that I do. I'm going to take this, well, here we are. Come on.
Take it off.
Yes, maybe just for the picture.
hair.
That's okay. It won't be as bad as that.
It's all right. Give yourself a break. Yeah.
I know there's all the other kids are gonna have their funny hair.
That's okay.
Hey, let's be crazy! Hey, crazy, crazy, crazy.
Okay. I'm going to take Miss Peterson and these two little girls right here.